FIFA World Cup 2026, the biggest tournament in history. What if I told you that the FIFA World Cup 2026 is going to be the biggest World Cup in history? More teams, more matches, more countries, and more excitement than ever before. For the first time ever, 48 nations will compete for football's most prestigious trophy. The United States, Canada, and Mexico are joining forces to host a tournament unlike anything the world has ever seen. This won't just be another World Cup. It will be the greatest celebration of football in history. But the story doesn't end there. New nations could make their World Cup debuts. Several legendary players may be appearing in their final World Cup, and billions of fans around the globe are eagerly waiting for this historic event. So today we're exploring everything you need to know about FIFA World Cup 2026 and why it could become the most memorable tournament ever played. Let's get started. The biggest World Cup ever. For decades, the FIFA World Cup featured 32 teams, but that era is officially over. Starting in 2026, FIFA has expanded the tournament to 48 teams. That means more countries than ever will have the opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage. The 2026 World Cup will feature 48 national teams, 104 matches, 16 additional teams compared to previous tournaments, more than a month of non-stop football action. The tournament will begin on June 11, 2026 and conclude with the final on July 19, 2026. For the first time in history, fans will be able to enjoy more World Cup matches than ever before. 3 host nations, 1 historic tournament. One of the most unique aspects of FIFA World Cup 2026 is that it will be hosted by 3 countries: United States, Canada, Mexico. This will be the first World Cup ever hosted by 3 nations together. Mexico will also make history by becoming the first country to host 3 different FIFA Men's World Cups. Meanwhile, the United States will host the majority of the matches, while Canada will host Men's World Cup games for the first time in its history. How will the new format work? With 48 teams participating, FIFA has introduced a new tournament format. The 48 teams will be divided into 12 groups. Each group will contain 4 teams. Every team will play 3 group stage matches. The top 2 teams from each group will automatically advance to the knockout stage. In addition, the 8 best third-place teams will also qualify. This creates a brand new round of 32. That means more knockout matches, more drama, more surprises, and more opportunities for underdogs to make history. Latest FIFA World Cup 2026 updates. Now let's talk about some of the latest developments. World Cup qualification matches are taking place across the globe, and several nations are already close to securing their spots. Host nations United States, Canada, and Mexico have automatically qualified. FIFA is preparing for this massive event on an unprecedented scale. Extensive plans are being implemented for stadium operations, security measures, transportation systems, fan experiences, global broadcasting, because this is expected to become the largest sporting event ever organized. New nations that could make history. One of the biggest benefits of the expanded tournament is the opportunity for new countries to reach the World Cup for the first time. Several nations could make their World Cup debuts in 2026. For those players and fans, this isn't just a tournament, it's a lifelong dream. Imagine a small nation stepping onto football's biggest stage for the very first time while the entire world watches. That's the true beauty of football. Who will be the biggest superstars? Every World Cup creates new heroes, but in 2026, the spotlight could shine on some of football's greatest legends. Will Cristiano Ronaldo play in his final World Cup? Will Lionel Messi make one more historic appearance? If that happens, it could become one of the most emotional moments in football history. At the same time, a new generation of young stars will be ready to showcase their talent on the world's biggest stage. Just like every World Cup before it, 2026 could introduce football's next global superstar. Shocking facts about World Cup 2026. Fact number 1. The tournament will feature 104 matches, the most ever played in a FIFA World Cup. Fact number 2. Matches will be held across 16 host cities. Fact number 3. The World Cup final will be played in the New York to New Jersey area. Fact number 4. Mexico will become the first nation in history to host 3 separate FIFA Men's World Cups. Fact number 5. The tournament is expected to generate billions of dollars in economic activity. Why this World Cup could change football forever. The 2026 World Cup is more than just a football tournament. It's the beginning of a new era. Football's popularity in the United States is growing rapidly. Canada continues to develop as a football nation, and Mexico remains one of the most passionate football countries in the world. Together, these three nations have the opportunity to introduce football to millions of new fans. Many experts believe this tournament could permanently transform the sport's future in North America. Some key points. As 2026 gets closer, the excitement continues to grow. 48 nations, 104 matches, 3 host countries, billions of viewers, and only one trophy. The biggest World Cup in history is almost here. But the biggest question remains, who will become world champion? Which nation will rise above the rest? And who will write their name into football history forever? One thing is certain, the FIFA World Cup 2026 will not just be a tournament. It will be one of the greatest sporting spectacles the world has ever witnessed. Get ready, because football's biggest festival is about to begin.